Gotta go to bed, and I'm scared to go to bed. It's almost 3 in the morning. Shouldn't have put this gum in my mouth because I have so many missing teeth from all of this. Um, I'm just I'm really scared. Scared that I'm not going to get the help that I need. I'm terrified. It's becoming more and more real. I've been so sick throughout this that lots of times I lose the plot and I lose direction, and it's been so complicated, and I've been so sleep deprived that I have literally gone. I've literally waited a year to see specialists, or months to see a specialist, and when I've gotten there, I I at times have forgotten to add in, oh, by the way, I'm not sleeping. Like, I've been so ill at some of these appointments that I've almost forgotten to say, oh yeah, and because it got so complicated from the medication injuries, right? It got so complicated from the medication injuries. In my quest to figure out what's wrong with me and to try to sleep again, I weaned off all these medications. When I weaned off the last 2 medications, I was almost killed, and that exploded, and I was already fighting for my life, critically sleep deprived. And then I went into these, acute medication withdrawals, and those 2 different withdrawals almost killed me. And I was in absolute medical crisis for years from the damage, from the active, ongoing damage from those medication injuries. And that threw a whole bag of wrenches into the whole thing. So, and like, I was so out of it. I was so out of my mind. I was and before those medication injuries, long before, I was sleeping only 1 or 2 hours a night because of medical issues. And then I went into acute medication withdrawal, weaning off of 40 years of benzos and decades of Zopiclone. I was in a panic. I was terrified. My eyebrows were like this, and I couldn't bring my eyebrows down. I literally would look in my phone, not during the appointment, or at home. I was like this all the time. I could not bring my eyebrows down. Like, I couldn't smile. I couldn't control the muscles in my face. So I was trying to get help. Why I don't sleep? Why? And while I'm trying to get help for that, I'm in absolute different medical crisis, nerve damage, and numb hands and feet, and blood pressure through the roof. And I was so ill from those medication withdrawals, I was stopping breathing during the day. And if that doesn't muddy the waters for doctors, like doctors were just walking away. Doctors were refusing me care. I was terrified, traumatized, and saying the wrong things, and angry, and because all that damage could have been prevented. It 100% could have been prevented if the doctors would have listened to me. None of them believed I was in acute withdrawal. I had severe apnea. None of them believed me. Like, what is even happening here? And I proved them wrong. I have severe apnea. Or had. It's gotten a lot better, but I still have apnea. But here's the deal. Like, this one thing I'm going to say next is really important in my story, and I lose the plot of this from time to time. And I need this. I've needed a consistent advocate throughout this whole thing. And I've needed the brain power. I've needed someone's brain consistently with me to fight for me and advocate for me, like a husband, like, a family member. And I've not had that. And I've had, people really interested, really trying to help. But it's not steadfast and consistent and willing to come to my appointments and fight for follow-up and make sure things are on track. And for the healthcare system to put someone in that position, and there's no advocacy anywhere. The health authority would not provide